It's your boy Blizzrd, bro. I don't make content except when I do. And this is one of those times I do. But Fanfictious Text, part 3. Okay, let's go. We're on chapter 5. Um, there's 18 chapters. That is cringe. Not really. I love this story. Even if it's what it is, I love it. So, okay. Alright. Truth or terror time, girls, said Yang cheerily. Yay, came Ruby's response. The snow angel had just let out a grunt and sat down. Blake sat down quietly as well. Yang went first. Weiss, truth or dare? Dare. Kiss my lips. Alright. We're off to a smashing start. Weiss expected something much worse, and quickly accepted the seemingly easy dare. She leant in towards Yang's face, puckering her lips. Yang stopped Weiss before their lips touched. What's the matter, Weiss asked. Yang pointed downwards. Those lips. Oh, shit. Oh, man, it's been a while since I read this fucking hell. Weiss's face suddenly turned red as she found out Yang's true meaning. She knew it wouldn't be so simple as a kiss on the lips. Yang pulled down her panties and pointed at her. Woman regions. Go ahead, she said cheerily. Yeah, Ruby and Blake sported massive blushes, but neither made any move to look away. Weiss gulped nervously before plunging her lips into Yang's crotch. She quickly pulled away. A lover's kiss, Yang said before Weiss could return to her seat. Fine, but you're so gonna pay for this. She leant forward again, pushing her tongue into Yang's vagina, drawing moans from her lips. The one's up there. Yang... Oh, Jesus Christ. When she tried to back off, strong hands held her head in place. Yang, we're playing a game here, remember? Blake chimed in. Yeah, we're just gonna stop that molestation from going on. Oh, yeah, that. She released Weiss's head, who reeled in a breath of air. Yang laughed nervously and quickly pulled up her panties. Ruby, truth or dare, Blake said. Truth. What were you doing when I walked into the bathroom yesterday and saw you showering with crescent rose? What? Weiss and Yang both stifled a laugh. Ruby was as red as her cape and very angry. You said you would keep that a secret. Just answer my question, Rose. I was just cleaning her. Then why was the end of her handle inside of you? Dude, that thing is like the size of her. Isn't she like 5? She's got to be 5 feet at least, right? That thing is like taller than her. What are the logistics of that? I must know. I want to know. Is it like is it like angled out of the shower? Is she like up above the shower head going down? I don't I don't know. Oh. Weiss and Yang couldn't keep their laughs back anymore and burst into uncontrollable laughter. You had sex with your weapon? Yang managed to say before bursting out into more laughter. Jesus. Ruby couldn't possibly get any redder. I was feeling horny, and nobody was with me, so you did it with your scythe? Weiss asked while laughing. That feels like the least feasible. One. Out of all of the weapons, I don't know, maybe the bracelets. Maybe Yang's bracelets are harder to use, but like that, I still can't get over the fact that the thing's like the size of her. At this point, Blake joined in on the laughter as well. They laughed for what seemed like forever to Ruby until they finally calmed down. All right, that's enough. We've got enough laughs from her, Weiss said. Yang, truth or dare? Dare. Weiss laughed evilly, still angry at Yang for her earlier dare. I dare you to let me cut your hair. Yang, who was wondering what Weiss was going to say, suddenly froze in shock. She loved her hair, almost as much as she loved Ruby and Blake. How was she ever going to live with herself if Weiss cut some of it? Oh my god, I have brain damage. She had no choice. She didn't want to be known as the girl who was too wimpy to have her hair cut. Yes, she finally replied. Weiss grabbed a pair of scissors and walked up behind Yang. Yang was almost prepared, dreading the sound. Snip! Yang turned around, seeing that Weiss had what looked like a handful of her gorgeous hair in her hand. Flames erupted from her body, and it took all of Ruby and Blake's strength to prevent Weiss from becoming a pulp. I haven't watched Ruby in years. I don't remember if she cared this much. But who cares? It's a dumb story, right? In reality, Weiss had barely cut any of Yang's hair off, a centimeter at most. Yang finally calmed down a bit. Calmed down, at least, the fire around her did. She slowly walked over to her bed and climbs into it. Okay. Think we're missing a letter there. She curled up into a ball, and strange noises could be heard coming from her. She was crying. Oh my god. Did you have to do that? Asked Blake. She made me oral her. She made me oral her as a verb? What the fuck? God, this story is glorious. She made me oral her. It was revenge. All right, calm down, Weiss. Or, all right, calm down. Weiss, truth or dare, Ruby said. Dare. Apologize to my dear sis. But she'll beat me to a pulp, the Harris exclaimed in fright. Fear was not something Weiss felt very often. A dare's a dare, Blake interrupted. Weiss sighed and agreed. She slowly walked over and climbed onto Yang's bed. Yang? Dead silence. Yang, I'm sorry, I didn't know that you loved your hair so much. I don't think anyone did. Here, look, I only cut off like a cent of meat. A fist came out of the curled ball that is Yang, hitting Weiss in the face. She flew across the room, hit the wall, and fell to the floor out cold. Ruby and Blake just exchanged worried looks and carefully climbed into bed. What the fuck? That doesn't... That seems like a gross overreaction for something like this, but I don't know. What do I know? Well, let's move on to Chapter 6. Alright, Chapter 6. What is a fourth wall? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll just skip the intro. I feel like you guys know the deal. Oh, we're getting Juniper up in this bitch. Meanwhile, across the hall. Guys, John said nervously. Yes, Ren replied. It's Saturday again. Meanwhile, back in Ruby's dorm. Hey sis, truth or dare, Ruby said. Dare, she replied confidently. Go give Nora a bare-bottom spanking. Holy fuck. Yang thought about it for a second. You got it. I can't get over the casual sexual assault that goes on in this school. Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible that they do all this shit and nobody tells any adults, and no adults know what's going on. It's please. She walked across the hall and entered Juniper's room, still without knocking. Ren mumbled something along the lines of "not again." Yang didn't notice and walked towards Nora, who proceeded to fake passing out in hopes of avoiding what is going to happen to her. She should have known that shit's not going to happen. We're on Chapter 6 now. Like, come on, there's no escape. You can run, but you cannot hide. They will. These four will find you. Yang saw right through Nora's disguise. She grabbed Nora and pinned her onto the bed. She lifted Nora's skirt and pulled off her panties, despite Nora screaming, "Holy Christ!" Smack came the sound. Nora squealed in surprise of having her ass touched. Smack, 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 smack. Oh my god! Could you cut it out, please, Mr. Author? Vera said, annoyed. I past like the first couple times I read this, I haven't really read the early to mid chapters. I only really read the last ones because of how absurd they are. But I forgot about this part. Fine. A hand magically appeared behind Yang, picked her up, and dragged her across the hall back to her dorm. Are you happy, Fira? Yes. Jean was very aroused by the... I was not, Jean screamed to the sky. I'm the author. I have author powers. You were aroused. End of argument. Jean mumbled angrily due to his... Could you please just take your little story back to Ruby's dorm? Who are you guys talking to? Ren asked. Meanwhile, back in Ruby's dorm, the hand holding Yang suddenly dissipated, causing Yang to fall onto her ass. What just happened? She said, confused. Everyone else shrugged. It was Weiss's turn. Ruby, truth or dare? Dare. Weiss, after what happened the previous Saturday, decided to go easy, speaking only baby talk for the rest of the game. Oh no. I don't want to read that. Goo goo gaga. Weiss smiled. Yes, she replied. Weiss, truth or dare? Blake asked, or said. Dare. Go into Juniper's room, shove Fear's head up your skirt, and rub her face on your privates. Oh my god. Weiss mumbled something about her getting all the hard dares as she took off her panties and walked into Juniper's room. I thought you took it back to Ruby's dorm, Jean screamed into the sky. Author powers! Mysterious voice sing-songed. Weiss slowly Weiss slowly walked, that's better, over to Fira, who had gone to sleep in hopes of not being mentally scarred anymore. Weiss dragged Fira onto the floor and stood over her head. She slowly lowered her face onto Fira's face. A muffled sound came from below. Weiss moved her ass back and forth, causing her lady bits to slide back and force on Fira's face. Fira screamed into Weiss's vagina, causing her to jump and hurriedly run back to her own dorm. Oh. It was Yang's long-awaited turn. She had the perfect, or should I say perfect, but what? Why am I reading this? Why is this what I dedicated my time to? Is reading this fucking story. Blakey, truth or dare? Dare, Blake responded, a little nervous. I dare you to let Zwei lick dog food off of you in only your underwear. Oh, man. Blake gulped, but not one to show her internal fear of those daemons from another plane of existence. She removed her clothes and stood in her underwear. Yang had already prepared a garbage bag full of dog food. She dumped it onto Blake. At that point, she had opened the bathroom door, and a black and white corgi rushed out and jumped onto Blake. She did all she could before she finally snapped when Zwei tried reaching his tongue under her bra. She pushed Zwei off of her and rushed into the bathroom, locking the door. The sound of the shower running came out. Everyone burst out laughing. The camera panned out until all you could see was a bird's eye view of Beacon. Holy fuck. Oh my. That was actually hilarious. Yeah, so that was part 3. I did it. I read those. Honest opinion, a little bit weaker than the other two chapters, or the other chapters we've read so far. I'm speechless. These really took a right turn into the fucking wacky with the whole fourth wall breaking and the just like true we're ramping up still. We're still building, because I promise you it gets better. It gets so much better. But yeah, I think that will do that for now. Yeah, I'll do the next two. I think 2 chapters per video is solid, because I think that's what I've been doing. But I don't know. There's like months in between the recording of these, so I'm gonna maybe I won't have. It was 7 months ago for the last one. So yeah, I'm gonna maybe I won't do that this time. Who knows? Who knows with me? I'm crazy. I'm fucking wild and wacky with it. All right. But yeah, I think that about wraps it up. So, peace.